So here we are in Photoshop for creating the bump map and the specular map. As it's a little mushroom and it's organic, I think it's not gonna be quite difficult. So let's start doing this. So I always proceed like that when creating my maps. I search only for the items I really need to let appear, if I could say, in my bump. So the textures, always I remove the stains, maybe just let some of this one, and yeah, this one too. Okay, and now I'm not duplicate these layers, duplicate layers. Okay, and then I merge them by doing Control E, rename this thing to foot bump. Okay, and move it to the top. Alright, close the group and open the head group. Okay, here we don't have too much to deal with, too much to deal with, so I'm gonna just remove the stains here, as you can see, and merge these two here, or duplicate these two, then merging. Okay, and move it to the top. Call it head bump. Okay, now reactivate all the layers. I'll deactivate all the groups just to have my bump maps. Okay, so here we have our two maps of our two layers where we're gonna work our bump map. Okay, so let's get started. What I will do is doing Control U to bring the U acceleration window, and then bring the acceleration down. Okay, a bump map, actually all what's black is going inside and all what's white is going outward. This is practically the way it does work. Maybe just darken this a bit. Okay, then I'll go to image adjustment, brightness and contrast, and bring the contrast up. So the contrast will give us the ability to bring in light, to bring in the difference between dark areas and bright areas. Okay, we'll do also a level, Control L, and we'll just work a bit like that. Okay, I think we've got enough details for a jump. Okay, for the bump, I think it's enough. If we started adding more and more, we're gonna completely lose our organic feel. Okay, so that's it. And for the head bump, I'm gonna do the same. Control U, acceleration down, make it a bit brighter. Go to image adjustment, brightness and contrast, bring up the contrast, and make it a little bit brighter, back to levels. And here I want to kill some of the fibers here. Okay, so yes, because I don't want it to be as much as it is. And we're gonna now modify it by killing this part here or deleting this part here, and make this one here thin, and maybe play around here and delete some of these. Okay, so press G on your keyboard or pick the hot healing brush tool, and select a big size, and I think it's alright, maybe a bigger size. Yes, and just work on that. I want to avoid having, yes, that's alright, having too much fibers. We're gonna have some issues right now, but yes, I want just to rapidly I think like that is gonna be fine with adjusting the bump for our in our shader. It's gonna be fine. So Control U on the background and bring the saturation down. That's it. Now we're gonna Control Shift to save this as a UVW bump. Okay, that's all right. So now what I'm gonna do is simply do Control Alt Z, so you get back your background. Okay, and I select these two and do Control G and call it bump. Okay, now I'll do the same thing with the foot and head for the specular. Okay. As I said, we will not have too much specular on our mushroom, and this is because it's not metallic, it's not but we have to get a specular map so that light will interact correctly with our organic plant. So I focus on the organic term because we have to balance these two, so we feel it's like actual. It's I don't know how to tell you that, but we have to feel that it's organic. If we play too much with the specularity, we're gonna affect our feeling of the mushroom. So we have to deal with that carefully. Okay, so for the foot, I'll pick the stains. Okay, the texture I think is alright. I pick the stains, and all the stains gonna be completely black. Okay, so we don't want too much reflection for the stains. Okay, duplicate that, Control E, and here call it stains foot spec. Okay, and next we get the foot. The foot, the texture and the foot, and then duplicate them, fusion them, or not, and just bring them up to the top of our layers like that, and also with the stains. Okay, here we have select your free layer, Control G, and do foot spec. Okay, now let's create the specular map for the head, and let's do the same way. I want to duplicate the stains here. Okay, so duplicate that, call it head stains spec. Okay, and move it up, and do the same with the head, with the head base and the texture, and move them up. Okay, I'll now hide everything and keep only the spec maps. So add spec. Okay, so for the foot specularity, what I'm gonna do is always proceed the same. I'll take my base and texture and fusion them. Okay, or merge them, and then what I'm gonna do is Control U and decelerate all the way. So in specularity, all what's white gonna be reflective, and all what's black gonna be unreflective or will not reflect light. So actually I want to get this, I want to merge this here, these scratches or these fibers with the actual texture, so that we don't have too much difference between the two, so we can reserve or we can delete most of our specularity. So I will darken a bit this image like that, maybe. Okay. Again, maybe like this. Okay. So like that, I will not have too much spec on the foot. And for the stains, as I said, it's gonna be completely black, as it will not reflect at all. Okay, so yes, all right. I think this is gonna be for the foot. Maybe get back down the texture again, darken it a bit. Yes. Yes. Okay, so it's alright, I think. And now let's work on the head. Here we have the head copies. Again, fusion the base and texture, and then Control U and desaturate. Okay, as I said here, I want to create like a wet effect, so I need a little bit of specularity, not that much, so something like this will be fine. And the stain is always black, as they not gonna be reflecting at all. Okay, maybe duplicate it to get a darker color and then fusion them again. This is our, if I could say, our specular map. It's not that difficult and it's not that accurate, but it really gives us all the needs that we're searching for. So do Control U on the background and then get the lightness, the saturation down, and then the lightness. Okay, that's it. So do now a Control Shift S and then UVW and change bump to spec and save it. So here's our mushroom, and now we're gonna work on the shader. I'm gonna activate V-Ray as default renderer right now, so I will work directly with V-Ray shaders. Okay, so just to get our base, and then we're gonna tweak it with lightning, etc. So I'll pick V-Ray advanced. So I think it will work with the 0.5, 1.5 version, etc. So click on standard, V-Ray advanced, V-Ray material. Now on the diffuse, add your bitmap, which is the UVW map here. Open. Okay. So here it is. I'm gonna apply it. It's already done, and show the material or shaded material in viewport. Go back. Go to maps down and go to bump. Okay, bitmap, and then choose UVW bump. Open. Okay, and just double click to see a big preview. Right. I'm gonna take down this to maybe 15. Yes, 15 is alright. And here what we're gonna do is add our reflect map here, or specular map. Okay, as we'll not get in too much reflections, as you can see here, the background is not being reflected in some parts here, but the goal is not having reflection, but just getting some reflection glossiness to add like wet effect on our mushroom. This is the kind of material I created for our mushroom. So just let it go, and now let's attack the other part, which is creating the grass and all the environment. So see you in the next video.